Marianne.
Morning, Willie.
Is the boss free?
Is it urgent?
Not really, no.
Then I wouldn't risk it.
Why?
He gave up smoking this morning.
What brought that on them?
A near heart attack while running for a bus, I believe.
That all? I get short of breath going down escalators.
Good luck, Daniel. The Lion's Den.
Oh, yeah. Morning, boss.
Morning.
I hear you're holding a sale of ashtrays.
If any more funnies from you, and I'll put a compulsory ban on smoking throughout the directorate.
Yeah. Well, that should harvest efficiency by lunchtime.
And furthermore, when did you last do any training?
Training?
Yes. Jogging, weightlifting, swimming.
Well, lots of weightlifting, taking packs out of out trays, putting them into in trays.
I'm serious, Willie. The Sandbaggers should work at being fit. And it would be a start if you gave up smoking.
None so pure as the purified, is there?
Well, then take it as an example.
Well, I don't remember you doing any training when you were a sandbagger. 40 fags a day and half a bottle of brandy after dinner.
Well, I've learned. I haven't had a drink for almost 2 years.
Yeah, you haven't had a cigarette for almost half an hour.
Look, Willie, do you want something?
Yeah. This Foreign Affairs Symposium in Rhodes.
Yes, well, what about it?
What's it for?
It's a cover. The planning conference for Exercise Moonbeam.
The summer exercise?
Yes, expanded version thereof. It's going to be held in Greece this time, all the usual participants.
Yeah. Who's representing UK?
Wellingham for the FCO, Peel for us, plus the planners.
Pre-USN Deputy Chief at training conference? It's a bit high-powered, isn't it?
It's a swan. Could be done by an AUS and a desk officer.
Yes, or head of the special section.
You're not going.
I could make a very valuable input, you know.
To what?
Not to what, to whom? Rhodes this time of year? You crawling with sun-kissed maidens?
I thought you'd fallen for my secretary.
Yeah, I have. I've got to practice till she falls for me.
Try cold showers. Answer that, Willie.
Diops.
C wants Mr. Burnside, sir.
C wants you.
On my way.
He's on his way. How are you getting on with him? Any better now?
In a word, no.
Oh, dear.
I see by your personal file that you've not taken leave for, what, 2 years?
That's correct, sir.
Why not?
Well, I don't like leave. Anyway, I'd rather be here.
Tired officers make mistakes.
I'm not tired, sir.
I think you are.
Well, I get bored at home. Anyway, I can't afford it.
You're not supporting your ex-wife, are you?
No, but my flat needs redecorating. I need a new
We're
television.
all underpaid, but we all need a holiday. Yeah, you can accompany the deputy chief to Rhodes.
I see what this is all about.
Sorry?
Well, you know very well it isn't my idea of a holiday to be locked up in some Greek hotel with a deputy chief.
Sir Geoffrey Wellingham will be there too, your former father-in-law.
No, thank you, sir.
I'm giving you an order, not making a request. Besides, there was that kidnap attempt earlier this year. A measure of protection for them both wouldn't go amiss.
Well, I'll send a sandbagger, sir.
Oh, no, an ex-sandbagger will do. You haven't forgotten the tricks of the trade, have you?
I'm not fit, sir.
And give up smoking.
I have.
Ah. Oh, well, then you could bring some duty-frees back for me. Dunhills. Thank you, Sandy. Have a good time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir?
Elliot, find out when the deputy chief's going to Rhodes, will you?
No, I've got a note of it. 14:35 today.
Today?
Yes, flight BA 562 out of Heathrow.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
What is?
Oh, nothing. Get Willie up here, will you? But first get Jeff Ross on the phone.
Right.
Yes?
Jeff Ross on Grey.
Thank you. Jeff?
Neil, glad you rang. I may have to cancel lunch today.
Well, I'm definitely cancelling it on account of how I'll be sitting at Heathrow praying for a strike by British Airways.
What's wrong?
I'm being sent to Greece in much the same way that others are sent to Coventry.
How long are you going to be going for?
Oh, no longer than I can help. 2 or 3 days at the most. You still there?
Yeah, I was just going to say now, you have a good time, old buddy, and Give us a ring when you get back, huh?
Yes. All right. Bye, Jeff.
Gail, tell ex-Langley, Virginia, make a top priority clearance.
Yes? What do you want?
You sent for me. Obviously, Seed didn't kill the fatted calf, huh?
Yes, well, he's sending me to Rhodes.
Oh, that's better than the fatted calf.
It's all part of his vendetta. He knows I don't like holidays.
Perhaps he thinks you need a rest.
A rest? What, with Peel and Wellingham? I'll probably change for dinner every evening. Ritual sherry beforehand, 5 minutes front and back on the sun terrace if they're feeling particularly frisky. And you can stop grinning.
Sorry.
Anyway, I've got to go this afternoon. Flight 14:35. I need to go home and pack.
This afternoon. Okay, anything to turn over?
Oh, there's a paper there on improved ops room layout, clearance by close of play.
All right.
And Rangoon want a trainee field officer direct from the school. Check their establishment, make a case for it.
Their establishment will be 1+1, won't it? You'll need financial approval.
And ask DAS to put it on the training vote.
Okay.
Oh, and you might as well sit up here for the duration. No one will see the memo saying I've gone. All the calls will still come to Marion.
Suits me.
I said work in here, not the outer office.
Right, you got everything? Do you want to borrow my bucket and spade?
I'll push up.
By the way, your desk is on fire.
What?
I used to do that at school.
Jeffrey?
Sorry, Matthew, was there?
Yes. The Rhodes was a great cultural centre from pre-Hellenic times right up to the Middle Ages.
Really?
And the Knights of St. John held it as a fortress against the Turks during the final crusade.
Lots to see, then, if we have time.
Well, perhaps the three of us could hire a car. Some interesting old temples and Frankish palaces to get round to.
Splendid.
PA to D Ops.
Mr. Jeff Ross calling for Mr. Burnside. Extension quote.
Right, will you put him through, please? Mr. Ross?
Hi, Marianne. Is the boss there?
Well, no. He's gone abroad. Didn't he tell you?
Oh, was that today?
Yes. That's why he had to cancel lunch.
Oh, right. I totally forgot all about that. Who's sitting in for him? Willie?
Yes.
Tell Willie I'm coming right over. I've got to see him urgently. Gail, get my car around here, will you? I think we're out of the woods.
Thank you.
Jeff Ross just rang. He's on his way over.
No. That's all I need. CIA's problems.
Said it was urgent.
He always does.
Sandbagger number 2 is here, sir.
Good afternoon, Acting Director, Operations, sir.
What do you want?
Oh, I got a bit lonely down in the hutch on my own.
You're supposed to be drafting that paper on Rangoon.
Oh, I was. But I got so excited by it, I had to give up for fear of apoplexy.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Look at this. Sino-Soviet interface in the 80s. Minutes of the subcommittee on short-term costings, decline of religious influence in the Third World. James Bond, where are you now?
Alive and well and on his way to Rhodes.
Cigarettes and cigars, gentlemen.
I think.
Q.
What about you, sir?
No, thank you.
Have you stopped?
Yes, sir.
Since when?
This morning.
Good Lord. Never thought I'd see the day.
And care for a little wager as to how long you'll stick to it.
All right.
Say another 24 hours.
£5.
Done.
think I'll have the same.
Mr. Ross, sir.
Hi, Jeff.
Hiya, Willie.
Want a coffee?
No thanks. I'm in a hurry.
Okay, sit down. Yes.
Willie, I'm in trouble. We got a wounded officer holed up inside the USSR.
Oh.
Yeah, one of our covert action staff knocked over a Russian colonel last night. Well, the colonel was about to blow the whistle on one of our rings. And our escape route collapsed. Our man was intercepted, got shot, wounded. He made a safe house, but it won't be safe for much longer.
Where was this?
It's a town called Sukhumi.
Right.
It's on the Black Sea. Now, anyway, Willie, the point is, the Russians know he was hit. They started a systematic search of the town for him. It's just lucky for us, they started at the wrong end.
Well, how can we help?
Can you provide a sandbagger?
What, to bust him out?
Well, to get him out, anyway, yeah.
What's wrong with your people?
We got nobody qualified this side of the Atlantic.
No such thing as being qualified for a bust out. This requires a very large measure of insanity.
No, come on, you know what I mean, Willie. We got no other covert action staff this side. By the time we fly somebody over, get them to Istanbul, over the border, and onto Sukhumi, it's going to be too late.
You're talking about putting him across the border?
Oh, yeah. What were you thinking of? An Aeroflot flight from Moscow?
I was just thinking the last time we put a sandbagger across a Russian border, we didn't get him back.
Jake Landy?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't want to put the screws on you, Willie, but a few months back, when you had a wounded officer in Sofia, I gave you all the help I could. Now, in fact, I gave you all the help you wanted.
Yeah, I hadn't forgotten that. I think Burnside would tell you to get lost.
No, I don't think he would. The guy in Russia's Bob Cheever.
Who?
Well, Cheever saved Burnside's life in Saigon back in '75, remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Willie. I'm authorized to offer SIS, anything at once.
What's that mean?
What it says.
How come Cheever's that important?
He was given a guarantee of rescue if anything went wrong. Rest of covert action staff knew that he had that guarantee.
Oh, so if he's not lifted,
Yeah. Morale's low enough in the CIA.
how long you got?
Indications are day after tomorrow, at the very latest. Yeah, but we can lay a plane on for Istanbul tonight.
Oh, don't be daft. You have to plan a route in, a route out, check the
No,
feasibility.
come on, we can handle all
Oh,
that.
you didn't do it very well for Cheever. He got caught.
Yeah, okay, Willie, you play it any way you want to. I'm just offering a facility, that's all.
How badly hurt is he?
From what we know, he was hit in the shoulder. But he can still walk.
He might have to run.
That's why he needs help, Willie.
No, I'm sorry. It's madness.
Okay. Well, that's my luck.
What?
I'd have Cheever in a jam when Neil's out of town. Because I know he wouldn't hesitate.
Oh, he would.
The hell he would. Not when he owes the guy his life. And when we're offering SIS a blank check for the rescue.
Well, I'll take advice on it, but I must tell you, I'm not very keen.
I don't blame you for
I'll
that.
get back to you as soon as I can.
Oh, thanks a lot, Willie. Yeah, and Willie, don't forget, now, you stress to see he can name his price.
The price to us?
Oh, you'll pull it off, Willie. Everybody knows you're the best special ops officer in the world.
Can you promise to write that on my gravestone?
And the CIA say that we can name our own price?
Well, that's what Mr. Ross said, sir. Yes.
Well, I suppose we're duty bound to offer that to the Foreign Office. But you'd like to see it turned down?
Yes, I would say. I just don't believe that the CIA can't raise a member of their covert action staff in time. I think they're passing it to us because it's so dodgy.
Yes, but passing it with a very large carrot. This blank check.
Yes.
The Foreign Office may want to cash that in with the CIA or the State Department.
Yes, but if I get caught, sir, the political repercussions... Yes, I would task myself to go.
Oh, no, there's no question of that.
But I am the senior sandbagger.
Not at the moment. You're D-Ops. Wallace is the only sandbagger.
Well, let's recall Mr. Burnside.
And when would he get back?
I suppose lunchtime tomorrow.
And when would the sandbagger have to leave?
As soon as possible.
Exactly. No, I'm sorry, Ken. With the deputy chief and D-Ops away, I don't want you more than one floor away from me.
Well, so the only reason I've taken it as far as you is because it does involve this man Cheever.
Go on.
Well, Cheever rescued Mr. Burnside in Vietnam about 5 years ago.
Ah, and you wouldn't want Mr. Burnside to come back and find that you'd done nothing to rescue Cheever and repay the debt.
No, sir, I wouldn't. No.
Whereas if I refuse it instead of you,
Yes. Although it's because of Cheever that I'm willing to have a go. But in any event, it wouldn't be fair for me to offload it onto Wallace.
delegation is always fair, Kane. That's right and proper. That's a lesson Mr. Burnside would have had to learn when he went from being Sandbagger 1 to DOPS, and you'll have to learn it too.
Yes, but Wallace is relatively inexperienced.
Are you saying you lack confidence in him? Because if you are, he has no place in special section, and we'll get rid of him.
No, sir, I have every confidence in him. He's a very good sandbagger, sir.
Then we won't waste time on further debate. Now, Wellingham's deputy is the man to see. Fortunately, we're old friends.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Sandy, ring the Foreign Office. Tell Sir Roderick Hives' man that I need to see him at once and have my car brought round.
Yes, sir.
All right, Kane. Get Wallace briefed on the assumption that he's going. Tell the CIA we'll let him have an answer as soon as possible.
Well, as you said, it's a daft idea. Maybe the Foreign Office will say no.
Not if Roderick Hives has anything to do with it.
Hives, isn't he a DUS?
Yeah, Wellingham's deputy is very keen to succeed him, too. See, if he can help to pull it off with a brilliant piece of manoeuvring while Wellingham's away.
Yes, but won't he be worried that I could get caught?
Well, the last thing any one of them's going to worry about is you.
Yes, but if the Russians catch an SIS officer...
Look, all I'm saying is if you get caught, there's going to be no bust-out for you. It'll be life in Lubyanka. Or the firing squad.
Haydn, of course, was really the founder of the string quartet. I'm not sure that Mozart didn't do more with it. Though, again, of course, I prefer his quintets. G minor quintet is a masterpiece. It's remarkable 20th century practitioners, of course. Janacek, Britten, Shostakovich.
Your coffee's getting cold, Neil. Neil? Coffee. Dreaming of a lighted cigarette?
No, I was just wondering if everything was all right back at the Rhodes.
I'm sure it is.
And if it isn't, there isn't much we can do about it from here.
Well, John, my dear, the very thought of sending an officer into Russia...
Well, we're under no obligation to pick it up.
No. There are one or two things we'd like from the Americans at the moment. There are a couple of places where our policy differences are an embarrassment.
But you do appreciate my concern for my officer. Now, if we're to risk him, it has to be for an exceptionally good reason.
Oh, quite.
I hope I'm getting through to you, Roderick. We are talking of the life of a very young man.
The possibility of a nasty diplomatic incident if he fails to achieve his aim.
That too.
Well, what chance does, what's his name?
Wallace.
Does Wallace have?
I wouldn't like to gauge it in percentages, but I'd say that the odds against him were extremely long.
Prime Minister's very keen to bring the Americans into line on our way of thinking on the Middle East. That would mean at least a couple of major concessions on their part.
May not be worth that much to them.
Oh, I'll lay odds on it. A CIA officer committing murder on Soviet soil. Be less troublesome if the president were to take down his trousers in front of the Mothers of America meeting. Well, I'll go and chat up the Foreign Secretary. If we can sort out a package together, he can then take it round to Downing Street.
And you'll ring me.
Oh, I'll totter over and take a whiskey off you.
All right. But you won't let the Foreign Secretary overlook our assessment, will you? It's an extremely difficult and dangerous operation, and we offer no prediction of success.
Yes, John. I've taken that in. Well and truly.
The head of Ankara Station's on his way to Istanbul now. We've asked him to find an aircraft to take you from Istanbul up to Artvin, near the border.
Okay. Will he have a weapon for me?
No. No, you have to go in unarmed. Now, if Chiva's got a gun, he'll have to lose it.
So what happens if they run into trouble?
They'll have to get out of it without a shooting. They get picked up with guns, firing squad, no question.
We'll be supplying you with £1,000 worth of rubles in case you need to bribe your way down the route.
What is the route?
We haven't decided. Mission planning have given us several options.
I thought the best bet might be a motor yacht out of Sukhumi and a dash across to a Turkish port, say Trabzon.
No. The Russians will be expecting that. They'll pick you up before you're out of the harbour.
Yeah. You'd have to pinch it anyway. You'll be living off the ground over there. Well, it's got to be a fair distance from Sukhumi to the border overland. It must be 130 miles.
Night march?
I'd rather not. It'd take 5 or 6 days, assuming we could move for 8 hours every night.
Does Chiva speak Russian?
Yeah.
You don't?
4 phrases. All of the pen of my aunt is up your granny's jumper variety.
We've been looking at a cover for you, Mike. And Mr. Ross suggests a set of papers saying you're a French businessman.
Well, I hope your French is okay.
It's better than my Russian, Mr. Ross.
How good will these French papers be?
Good enough for normal inspection. The trouble is, people hunting a wanted man tend to do a lot more than normal inspection.
Do we have a permit to visit the area?
Yes, full documentation. They're making up a letter to you from a firm in Sochi, inviting you to come and talk about your, would you believe, agricultural machinery.
Previous visit?
Yes, in and out of Russia 2 or 3 times over the past year, no problems.
Why did you make that crack about the Aeroflot flight from Moscow?
Huh?
Was that the most ridiculous thing you could think of?
What are you talking about?
Everybody assumes we're going to put Mike across the border. I mean, head of anchor station's on his way to Istanbul. We're measuring distances from Sukhumi to the border. You see, we're all thinking southwards from Sukhumi.
It's the quickest way.
In fact, it's the only one.
It's not, but the Russians will think it is, just like we do. Yeah, let's bring you in from the north.
The north? There's 1,000 miles worth of Russia to the north.
No, but there's nothing to an aeroplane, is it? Right, we'll get you to Paris as quickly as possible, then schedule flights to Moscow.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then an internal flight down to, where would it be, Krasnodar?
What, and then what? Another couple of 100 miles to go to get to Sukhumi?
Yeah, but from the north still. So, a car from local Godfrey Davis, you're on your way to, where is it, Sochi, to talk about tractors and things. Now, if you get stopped in Sukhumi, you got lost, you overshot.
It's too dodgy, Willie. You'd have to show those papers 3 times at least inbound.
Yeah, what about the route outbound?
Has Chiva got papers?
Yeah, Russian.
Well, Mike will take another set to him, make him French too.
I'm not sure he speaks French.
Well, German, anything he can handle, get the file checked.
What, and bring them out the same way?
Yeah.
Hey, Cheever's got a bullet wound, remember?
All the more reason why they won't expect us to take him through commercial airports.
I don't like it.
I'm not asking you to like it. The CIA planned a proper route in the first place, we wouldn't be in this mess now.
What was his route as a matter of interest?
A boat. They hit him on the jetty.
I'm not surprised. Right, get the flights organised, make the documentation absolutely watertight.
We need all Chiva's details.
What Mr. Ross is here for.
And then hold up elsewhere until she was fit to travel.
Yes. Although in Russia, it's easier said than done.
Yeah. Food and things.
Wallace will have plenty of money with him. It'll be a risk when he goes shopping, but one he'll have to take.
It's an unusual approach, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's why it has a chance.
Well, we await the FCO's decision.
Can I send Wallace to Paris as soon as we're ready?
Oh, yes, there's no reason why you shouldn't do that. Of course, you'll lose recall of it once he's left Paris, won't you?
Yes, sir.
Do the CIA have a resident at Sukhumi?
Yes, a temporary one. He set up the boat hole for Chiva. But he can't risk compromise by doing any more.
No. Still, we should hear from him when Wallace gets to Sukhumi. Or at least when they've cleared the boat hole.
If Wallace gets that far, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Willie, what are you trying to prove?
In what way?
By being clever. You're not content with doing Burnside's job. Now you gotta play the smart guy.
I want to save both officers.
Yeah, okay, why the hell don't you do it by the book, huh?
By playing at spies. Over the border at dead of night, run the gauntlet past the troops through the roadblocks. I've told you we tried it that way. It cost us a sandbagger.
I tell Langley, they'll think I've gone out of my mind.
Good. Maybe we'll cancel the operation. We don't want to do it.
God, I wish Burnside was here.
Look, just remember, you bought a sandbagger for this. You haven't got a volunteer.
Yeah, okay, and how about you remembering when your little scheme goes haywire, we're gonna have an officer on Russian TV confessing that he was sent in to kill an innocent man.
Mike will get him out.
He better.
Oh, what?
Oh, come on, Willie. Don't play the tough guy with me. If you were that tough, you'd be doing the job yourself.
Yes, sir?
Mr. Ross's escort still with you?
I can call him, sir.
Right, he'll be out immediately.
And the reason for the go-ahead?
The Middle East question, as I suggested. The Prime Minister spoke personally to their Secretary of State. Got him out of bed, I should think.
And the Americans agreed to our proposals?
Well, they're opening a door or two. Once we get our foot in, well, we'll have to see.
And on that, I'm supposed to tell Wallace he goes in triumph.
Oh, you can always tell him he's changing the course of history. You can say later that someone else changed it back.
I trust that the dangers to Wallace were placed fairly and squarely.
Oh, indeed they were. Prime Minister's most upset about the whole business.
But?
Oh, we all have the utmost faith in the ability of SIS.
It's not what I've heard.
Wallace will have some sort of a cover, won't he? I mean, if he is captured, they won't be able to trace him back to this neck of the woods.
He's done a resistance to interrogation course, but they'll break him in the end.
No, we can always denounce it as some dastardly Soviet plot.
Won't do Détente any good.
No.
Won't do Wallace any good either.
Well, we can always swap him for one of theirs in due course.
Unless they shoot him.
You want me to go out and get you a sandwich?
No, thank you. I did intend asking you out to dinner tonight. But with Mike running.
Do you only come out to play when the boss is away?
What do you mean I've asked you out before? Anyway, he doesn't approve of fraternization within the offices.
My golden rule, too. Well, I think I could break it for the promise of a pizza.
I think you'd suit Burnside. He lives on hamburgers and Chinese takeaway.
If you're worried, Willie, why don't you go up to the MCO and phone him?
There's nothing he can do. Anyway, he won't have arrived in Rhodes yet.
Well, later tonight, then. At least he could reassure you you're doing the right
my
thing.
hands now. You lock up and go home. I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow's going to be a big day.
Yes, it is.
You have got to do something about Peel.
I thought you were getting on very well with him.
I have long been a slave to my natural courtesy, but...
Coffee?
No, thank you. Let me tell you that I have no interest in old temples or Frankish palaces. And as you are well aware, I can't tell the difference between Beethoven and the Beatles.
Oh, he hasn't started talking about his garden yet.
Oh, yes, he has. He cornered me last night after dinner in the bar. We've got to take it in turns, Neil. That way we can both get some peace some of the time.
I'm not sure, sir. I'm supposed to be here to protect you.
Then protect me from Peel. I'll take my chance with the PFLP and the rest of the terrorist lot. Oh, no. He's going to pursue us all round the island.
Hello, Neil.
Philip. Come in. Sam, may I introduce Philip Skinner, head of our Athens station? Sir Geoffrey Wellingham, PUS at the Foreign Office.
How do you do, sir?
Mr. Skinner. Well, you'll have business to discuss, so I'll get out of your way. I may see you at lunchtime, or I may lock myself in my room. Nice to have met you, Mr. Skinner.
Sir?
I didn't know you were here.
Oh, I've been here for a couple of days. Any excuse to get out of Athens in this weather. I thought I'd better let you know that we're not the only team here, though.
Yes.
Why do they bother with this foreign affairs symposium cover? I mean, the KGB's out in force.
The conference room?
No, I've had it checked. It's clean. And I've got my own people under guarding it.
Then what's the KGB after?
Oh, be your age. They got more spare females here than you'd see in Piccadilly on a bank holiday Saturday night.
So it's a targeting operation they're going for individual delegates?
Yeah. And with all these perky little Bristols popping out of bikinis everywhere you look, it'll be the usual story. Hotel rooms, flashlights, blackmail.
I must say I'm warmed by the thought that Peel might get taken away and raped.
That's
suppose I ought to call on him. I just can't face it. I'd put it off for as long as possible if I were you. All right, I'll tell Wellingham and Peel if you get round the planners.
Right.
I'll see you for a drink later.
Fine.
Are you, attending the conference?
You must be joking. I know it's supposed to be romantic to die on a Greek island, but not by being bored to death.
Oh, pardon, je ne parle pas bien russe.
Krasnodar?
Ah oui, Krasnodar.
Спасибо.
What time was that? On schedule. Roger, I'll tell Sandbagger 1.
Tell me what?
Sandbagger 2 has cleared Moscow for Krasnodar.
Good.
Don't be too optimistic, Willie. It's just a start.
That means the papers are holding up.
Oh, so far, yes, but there's a long way to go yet. You'll test will be if you stop.
Or if Cheever's badly hurt.
What are you two? Voice of Doom duet. Where do these details about Bob Cheever come from?
The CIA. Jeff Ross.
This paper's made up from these.
Uh-huh.
Is anything wrong?
Yeah, everything's wrong. Description here doesn't fit Cheever. Not even remotely. What the hell's Ross got in Russia?
I'm sorry. Did I splash you?
Yeah, it's all right.
You are English?
Yes, I am.
I am Greek. Christina Stratos.
Neil Burnside.
You are on holiday?
More or less.
So am I. Were you planning to swim?
No, just a tour of inspection.
I don't think I will be swimming again. If you will excuse me, I must go and put some clothes on.
Yes, but you will let us know at once if you manage to make contact. Right, thank you. Jeff Ross is away all day and nobody in the embassy knows where.
Do you want me to call Mr. Burnside?
No, there's no point, sir. He couldn't stop Wallace's run.
So what game are the CIA playing?
I don't know. I just know it's not Cheever in that boat hole. You see, Ross used Cheever's name to put pressure on me. Because Cheever was Mr. Burnside's friend.
Ross wouldn't know that you'd met Cheever.
Oh. I met him when he passed through London about 4 years ago, before Ross's time.
So Ross must have got the idea of using SIS after he knew that DOPS was going abroad.
Yes. See, ostensibly, Ross had no one available, so he came up with the idea of sacrificing one of us instead.
Because the mission was so dangerous.
And to avoid the likely embarrassment of having 2 American officers arrested.
Yes, Dayton being even more sensitive for the Americans than it is for us.
Yes, sir.
You know, in the words of the Prophet Cain, we've been suckered.
I know, sir.
Pity we've been warned off.
It's no idle warning, I suspect.
Oh?
I had rather handsome body flaunted at me this morning.
Tell us more.
Well, there's nothing more to tell, yeah. Just an introduction and a view of the goods.
Well, we're steering clear of all that this afternoon.
What, no meetings?
Not until 6. Afternoon free for cultural pursuits.
Yes, well, I think I'll do more checking around the hotel this afternoon.
Waste of time. Come with us.
Well, I promised to meet Skinner. Well, I did think that you'd be working.
Well, by now, Wallace should have hired the car and left Krasnodar for Sakumi, sir.
But the house-to-house search is still going on.
Yes, but he should make the bolt hole just ahead of that.
So, apart from the fact that we don't know who he's going to find, things are going rather well.
On the face of it, yes.
Something else?
Well, they could be clearing him through, because they know that he'll lead them to Chiba.
Well, is that likely?
Possible, sir.
Oh. It's my fault, Kane. Shouldn't have let Diobs go.
Let's hope that he's enjoying his holidays.
I have no husband. I am divorced recently. This is a celebration holiday to celebrate my freedom. Are you married?
Heavily.
Then how did you manage to get away on your own?
I told her I was on a business trip.
Well, at least you are honest.
Best policy.
I think so, too.
Thank you. And you've no children?
No. Do you?
2 girls whom I adore. I'm supposed to have given them up.
Then I will not press you to take one.
Now, perhaps one wouldn't do any harm, would it? Thank you.
Will you have a working dinner tonight?
I told her I'm on holiday.
Ah, I thought you might be attached to the conference at the hotel.
Not me, no. I just came out on the plane with some of them.
Ah, then you could allow me to guide you through a Greek dinner tonight?
I thought the gentleman was supposed to ask the lady.
Well, as you said, we are on holiday. And perhaps we do not have time for the convention. Your friend is having a joke?
Yes, and a very expensive one.
Mike Wallace, SIS Special Operations.
Who's our London station chief?
Jeff Ross.
Description?
5'11", fair-haired, bit scruffy.
Okay. Come in. Close the door. Welcome.
Thanks. How's the wound?
Bone's broken.
Bullet's still in there?
No, went through.
All right, up. Who are you?
Well, you know who I am. I'm Cheever, Robert Cheever.
No, you're not.
I should know who I am, son.
I have false papers supplied by the CIA for Cheever. The photo and description are nothing like you.
I wondered why SIS was in the game.
The CIA couldn't get anyone across in time.
Garbage. There's Bill Lester in Rome, Hank Stone in
That's
Berlin.
the story we
I'll
got.
bet it is. Look, son, I have my own papers, and they know it. Full set, making me a French salesman. Speak French pretty good because I used to work out in Vietnam. As a matter of fact, you know Neil Burnside? He and I had a tough time there once.
Okay, you're Cheever. But why would the CIA give me a set of useless papers?
Well, if you check the false papers, you'll find the height matches mine, but the photograph is of a pretty distinctive character who's a lot different.
Yes.
So if you got through, the clothes you're carrying for that guy would fit me.
But?
And if the Soviets went through your bag, found the false papers, they'd be looking for a guy sure as hell wasn't me.
I was supposed to get caught.
Now, maybe that's a bit harsh. But let's say you're getting here as a bonus.
And what would have happened to you?
Well, they'd have Hank Stone or Bill Lester standing by in Turkey, ready to run as soon as there was the confusion of your capture. And before the Soviets had time to crack you and get this address. Well, it's not a new idea. Giving one guy a dummy run to clear the way for another.
No. And that's why Ross was so upset that I was coming from the north.
The north?
Yes, I went Paris, Moscow, Krasnodar by air. Then hire a car from Krasnodar to here.
You're out of your skull. Maybe you're right. Ross wanted you to dummy run from the south, the border. The Soviets expect you to come that way, too.
Right, I'm going to splint that arm first and then wash it. Should be less painful that way.
Can't hurt any more than it does now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
What's the next move?
Well, I'll clean you up, get you into some fresh clothes, and then it's the reverse of my route here. Car back to Krasnodar, flight to Moscow, flight to Paris.
I'll never do it with this.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I'll splint the arm as flat as possible inside the sleeve of your jacket. And they're wooden splints, so it won't show up at airport security.
It's gonna hurt like hell.
Yeah, well, I've got painkilling injections. They'll get us through the roadblocks, customs and immigration.
Roadblocks?
Yes. Only one to the north, but to the south there'd be half a dozen.
You came through?
Oh, they waved me through. They're only interested in cars leaving the town. I can't guarantee anything, you know.
Listen, son, we'll make it. I owe you a lot. I'm going to make it back to civilization for the express purpose of screwing the company on your behalf.
Are you okay?
Just so long as they don't ask me to sing and dance.
Документы, пожалуйста.
Oh, je vous demande pardon. Je fais une gaffe. Mes photographies.
Put your документы.
What's your boy, eh? Hush, guys.
Они французы, конечно. Хорошо, спасибо. Bon voyage.
Merci.
Adieu. You're a genius.
Thanks, Sandbagger 1. It was his idea.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I did not ask you. Did you enjoy our Greek food?
Very much.
And now?
No.
My room is 411. If you will give me 5 minutes.
I can give you the rest of the night.
Uh-huh. That was not the answer I expected.
No, but then quite a few things are not as you or your organization expected. I'm not married and have no children. In fact, I'm divorced, just like you said you were. So you were wasting your time from the start. They won't be very happy with you at the Centre Commune. You targeted the wrong man.
I'm not, disturbing anything, am I?
Only me.
Well, just to tell you that I think we're off the hook. That they're going for the Dutch.
The Dutch? Have they been warned?
Yeah, I just done that.
Good. Fine. You know, of course, they had to go at me, don't you?
Well, I'm surprised they got a chance.
Sorry?
Well, the way Christina was monopolising your time.
Christina?
Christina Stratos. Oh, come on, Neil.
Who is she?
Well, don't you know?
Look, if I knew who
Greek
she...
Intelligence Service.
Is she here officially?
No, she's just had a rather messy divorce. Her boss just gave her a ticket to come here. Well, we told her to have a holiday.
I see.
So, in effect, the CIA had an each-way bet on Wallace.
That's what I gathered, sir. Now, Wallace was speaking in open code, of course, from Paris.
What do you intend to do about Ross?
Well, I'll leave that to Mr. Burnside, sir. Do you think we should recall him now?
You know, Ross mustn't get away with it.
He won't get away with it, sir. But he'll never know that he didn't.
Yes. Mr. Burnside is rather good at that sort of thing.
I've been recalled to London.
How did you fix that?
I didn't. They want me to go back.
Bad bit of timing. We fixed up a jolly good tour around the island this afternoon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So am I. Hello.
I hope you haven't been trying to force your attentions on her.
Matter of fact, she spent most of her time talking about you.
About me?
Seems she goes for older men.
Wonder if she's her sister.
Or a mother.
Did you say we're leaving?
Right away.